Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me. This is Chris Frine from Percentra Group, and we're going to get started in just a moment here. Just waiting on a couple extra people. All right, we're going to get started. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. This is Chris Frine again of Percentra Group, and I'm going to be taking you through the presentation today entitled Client Engagement, Keeping Clients Informed and Educated. And the reason we're doing this webinar this month is we did it before probably over a year ago at this point to introduce some of the tools available through HR 360 that allow us to send out newsletters and other communications. Since that point, we've sent out a monthly newsletter, and we always notify you that that's available. And each month we get a lot of questions about how do you go about sending out that newsletter or editing it. And so it kind of opened up the discussion as far as content in general, how you can go about sharing that, some of the content that is provided through Percentra Group. So we want to go ahead and just reintroduce the HR 360 tool, as well as talk about the importance of sharing content and keeping engaged with clients. So why share content? There are many reasons, but some of the most important are just staying in contact with clients. In the day of email, it's very important to, it's very easy to stay engaged with clients with email and social media, and that makes it all the more important. Clients expect to hear from you either through social media, through email, and other means of communications on a regular basis. So when they don't, that could get them looking elsewhere for their business. So we want to make sure to stay in contact with clients on a regular basis. Also, it positions you as a thought leader. So when you're sharing content, even if it's content you didn't develop, just keeping your clients engaged, keeping them informed actually positions you as a thought leader. So that's the beauty of it, especially with social media. It's very easy to share others' content, and so it doesn't take a lot of time or energy to simply share or comment on something someone else has created. That doesn't take away from the fact that if you do create original content, that's even better. But you can keep very engaged with clients on a regular basis just by sharing content that others create. And it's also a great way to introduce clients to new products and services. So as you know, with Percentra Group, we're always bringing new products and services to you, and I know a lot of you also have other products and services outside of Percentra Group that you bring to your clients. So we want to make sure we're keeping clients engaged and informed about that. I talked to someone recently that just started offering HR services, and the first couple months they experienced very slow sales as far as their HR services. And then they started sharing content relevant to HR, and they had clients contacting them saying, hey, I didn't know you offered HR services. And so it starts the discussion. So it's a great way to introduce those new products and services. There's obviously a lot of do's and don'ts, obviously, with sharing content. You want to keep it relevant, so it's very easy to share content that's outside of your expertise, and it's okay every once in a while to do so, but you want to make sure to keep it relevant to your business and relevant to what you do. Also, this is more for email, but you don't want to oversend email documents or email messages. You probably know if you receive tons of emails from a certain company, after a while you tend to maybe ignore those emails or just delete them altogether. So you want to make sure in terms of email, not oversending. Now it's a little different with social media because you can actually send on a very regular basis, even hourly, in social media, and it's not as intrusive. Folks have to actually go out and be logged into Twitter or whatever the social media channel is to view that content. So just the fact that you're sending out a lot of content through social media is not such a bad thing. In fact, it can be a good thing. Again, this is more for email, is target the correct person in the group. So we've all gotten emails that may not be relevant to what we do. So as best as possible, if you can target that to the right person or right group within the company, you'll have more luck there. Allow for opt-out. That's very important, especially with email. Again, you don't want to be spamming your clients. And then cite proper sources. Again, with social media, it's very easy to share content, and just the fact that you're sharing it leads to their site and provides them with credit for the content. But if you are sending it out via email or another method, you want to make sure to cite the proper sources there. And be careful with what you post, send, or share. Obviously, there's things you definitely want to avoid, but sometimes even just a topic that, a very opinionated topic or something like that may be construed as just the simple fact that you're sharing it. Folks may think that you stand behind that belief or that opinion. So you just want to be careful. Maybe add a comment to show how you feel about the topic before you do share it. So that kind of leads into what we see as Percentile Group's content engine. And at this time, it's still in the early stages, I would say. But the reason for this, another reason for this call, is really a call to everyone on the call, as well as to our vendors as well, to provide content for Percentile Group's content engine. The way we see it is, we have around 55 Percentile partners today, and we have a lot of thought leaders within those agencies. So if we could share content, again, the person who provides the content or who creates the content would get, would get credit for developing it, but it's a great way to leverage the experts we have within Percentile Group, and the goal of the content engine is to provide one source within Brokers Portal. I'll show you in a second where you can find this content and where you can learn how you can share it with clients or even just internally within your organization. So again, it's still in its early stages, but this is kind of how we see it evolving, is that, partners, you folks on the call, would provide content, share content, and we would provide that through the content portal. Also, vendors, for example, ECI is one of our vendor partners, and they provide quite a bit of content on a pretty regular basis. So that's something, if you are going to be introducing payroll and specifically ECI, we want to allow you to have some content that you can share with clients and prospects as well. So that's something we want to internally within Percentile Group. We're really going to be reaching out to our vendor partners to get more content in regards to our vendor partners. And then other industry experts, folks that may come to our conference, or even other experts within the industry, we want to reach out to them for white papers, blog entries, anything like that that they can share. And again, we'll bring that together in the content portal. So where is the content portal? It's on Brokers Portal. So if you see right now, we're here at the home page of Brokers Portal, and if you go into the content section, I'll just blow it up a little bit. We have this section. So it's gone through changes over the last couple months, but we try to simplify and basically have the latest content right here on the main page. You can see it has various tabs there. And then if you wanted to go back and see kind of like the archive sections, we also will have the last couple quarters content up there as well, so you can go back there. And again, the way we see this evolving is taking it even a step further than we have it here and explaining under each piece of content that's posted how you can go about sharing this with clients, because it's going to be different depending on the type of content. For example, our compliance alerts that are provided by Proskauer. Proskauer pretty much provides us with the ability to either post that to our own blogs, we can send that out via email. So really we can pretty much do anything with that content from Proskauer as long as we cite that they are the source of that content. Whereas some of the other pieces of content that we receive, for example, the HR newsletter that we receive from HR 360 each month, it's important that we don't post that, for example, to our websites and post it to social media, things like that. So there are some stipulations to some of the content and what we can do with it. So we want to make sure that is clear moving forward. So you'll probably see, or you will see under each piece of content how you can go about posting that or sharing that, and really making it easy. For example, if we do have maybe a social media post that someone put up, we'll have a link so you can quickly and easily share that post right from here. So that's kind of the evolution of this section. And by the way, as I go along here, if anybody has any questions, feel free to submit those in the questions dialog box. I know it's not super interactive here with the webinar format, but if you do have any questions, just feel free to jump in with those. So there's many methods of distribution, as you know. We'll focus mainly on the online aspects here. The first here is email. So for example, sending out the monthly newsletter, you can do so via email. We'll show you, you can do it through traditional email, as well as if you have a CRM system or if you use Constant Contact, you can send out an HTML email as well. And we'll introduce or reintroduce the HR 360 tool that we have that you can use as well. You can send out reminders. For example, in June when the PCORI fee is coming up, you can send out a reminder to clients about that. An upcoming webinar, anything like that is just another way you can stay in contact via email. You can include a link to an article within your email. So if you're sending out more of a personal email to a specific group or something like that, you can include an article that may be relevant to that group. If you don't have a blog, I would definitely consider starting a company blog. I know most of the Percentile partners have a blog already, which is great. We have a few that actually leverage our blog, our Percentile group blog, so it automatically will update on their page. So if you're interested in that, essentially it's we could create an RSS feed from our blog, and then anything that we post is automatically updated on your page as well. So that's one option too. But I've talked to a couple firms that share this best practices. Basically, they have a person, an individual or group within their firm that they assign to create or write a blog each week or maybe every couple days. So that's something to definitely consider. Blog is a great way to stay in contact with not only clients but prospects as well, anybody who's out there viewing your site. As well as we'll talk about through social media, you can actually share those blog entries. So again, some content like that provided by Percentile Compliance through Proskauer and Percentile HR can often be added to your blog. So as you can literally copy it into your blog as a blog post, and then they just ask that you note the author there. So there's some content like that, and then there's other content that, obviously if it was written by another Percentile agency, you'd want to make sure to reach out to them, but in most cases you would share that via social media. So that's where down the road when we add how to share that, that'll definitely help out there. And then employees within your firm, you may want to encourage them to share your content or like your content or comment on your content or your blog entries. That is a great way to reach a wider audience. So basically, if they were to share it or comment on it, it automatically brings it to their audience or their friends or whatever social media platform they're on, their group of individuals, their network essentially. So it's a great way to quickly share it with a larger audience. There are ways you can actually, like through LinkedIn, I think pretty much through all the social media channels, you can actually pay to have your post reach a larger audience, but this is a great way to do it just by sharing it. And then your website, posting links to relevant content and articles on your website. Inform clients about upcoming webinars and other events that you may have going on. We actually just finalized all the webinars for your clients for both HR and compliance for the rest of the year. So I'll send out an email later today about that, but you can easily notify your clients on your website about that and allow them to register for those webinars as well. You can add an RSS feed to your social media, to your website that links to your social media posts. So anything that you post on, for example, Twitter, can be viewed on your website as well. So that's another great way to, link it up, and then you pretty much, you have new content. As long as you're updating your social media, you have new content on your website on a regular basis. And kind of, it's all intertwined, but social media is kind of the connection between it all. So sharing content you've created along with content developed by others, social media has made it very easy to do so. When sharing the content of others, you may want to provide some commentary of your own. So I think that's very important, just to provide a brief either description of what the article is about or just some message of your own that relates to what the content's all about and why users may want to click and read more. So those are kind of the distribution methods, and again, we'll provide some more information as far as which posts can be posted where in the future. I think that's something we're going to be adding in the next week or so. But wanted to dive into the tools available through HR 360. And again, just to note, this is not meant to replace if you have a CRM system or if you use Constant Contact or any tools like that. Those are still going to be much more powerful as far as reporting capabilities and other tools related to that. This is just to supplement what you may already have in place, and also just a source of great content that HR 360 provides. So I'll switch over to HR 360, and also just to quickly note on this, this is different than what your clients will see through the Client Resource Center. So everyone, each Percentral partner has their own, we call them admin sites. So that's what we're logged into now. But your clients have access to only this part down here below through the Client Resource Center. So if they go to the Client Resource Center and then they go into the HR library, this is the section they would be reaching when they go to that site. So they wouldn't be able to see these options up here. Now with these options you get some great features. So you can upload your contacts, and I'll show you why you'd want to do that. But basically, if you want to use this tool to send out emails, you'll need to upload your contacts. You can do it one by one, but most likely you'd probably want to add all your clients at once using this Excel spreadsheet option. Once you have clients in there, you can begin sending emails. So there's various emails. I just want to highlight each of them now. The reason this all started was really the the newsletter that comes out each month. So HR 360 provides a newsletter, HR-focused newsletter each month. And with this tool, they enable you to customize it and send it out to your clients. So if you didn't want to do any work at all, you can have it set so it automatically adds your logo to the email. And I'll show you an example of that. So this is our partner Gibson and Associates has it set so it would automatically load their logo in here, and you can pretty much hit send after that, and it would send it out to your clients just as is. One thing I would note is, which you'd probably want to edit at the very least, is at the end of each section it says visit our section on whatever it is, and it's going to refer your client to HR 360, and they'll have to log in. So obviously they don't have a login since they go through the Client Resource Center. So you would want to change that. So you could say visit the Client Resource Center, and and change the wording up so that it directs them to the Client Resource Center instead. And I could, if you're interested, I could provide all that code to you each month. So all you would have to do is paste the code and send it out. It's really that simple. But you can further customize it. For example, if you wanted to change the colors to match your own, I'll just show you. This is what we do. We work with Gibson and Associates to edit theirs a little bit. Here are the changes we made. So we create a little banner ad up here, or not ad, but a banner at the top of their newsletter, that has their logo and some other branding that they have. We also added our webinars for that month in here, so you can see they can hit that and it'll take them down to the bottom here where they have their webinars. You could even, if you had other events besides the Percentage Group webinars, you can add those in here. Basically, you could customize it to make it your own and really add some content of your own as well. So if you do have an article that you wanted to put in here as well, in addition to what HR 360 provides, you can certainly do that. You do have to have a basic sense of how to manipulate HTML. And if you have any, I could show you, I could walk you through how to do it pretty quickly. And we could even help you customize it if you're interested in that. So just reach out to me if you are interested in that. The other thing, well, I could show you that once, if you were interested in learning more, but you would want to send yourself a preview email, and then you could send it out to all your clients directly through this tool. Or as I mentioned, with folks like Gibson and Associates, they use Constant Contact. So they literally each month they'll create it in here and then copy the code and paste it into Constant Contact to send. So you could do the same thing with CRM or whatever method you use to send HTML emails. In addition to newsletters, they have some other things. This library promo section is something that HR 360 developed. Whenever they have new content or new features within the library, they will post an email here that you can use to share with clients. And again, you can have it set so it adds in your logo, things like that. But again, you would want to do some basic edits before you send it out. For example, you'd want to change the bottom here so it redirects clients to the Client Resource Center instead of HR 360. And just make sure that the links here, if they do go to the HR 360 site, that they be edited to the Client Resource Center site. We also have alerts here, and this is actually they've posted alerts in the past where if there's a new, for example, healthcare reform alert, they'll post it in here and you can send it out. A new feature that they just recently added is if you are logged into your admin site and you go to the main homepage of the library, any of these updates or alerts that you see here on the main page, if you click on any of them, it'll allow you to, you can read the alert, but if you want to send it out as an alert, you simply click this message. It's going to populate an email. You can send out the alert as is, or you can further edit the template that was created. And so you can add in your logo or whatever you want to do and then send it out to clients. So I think that's a great feature that is just recently been added by HR 360. You know, they always post new updates here on the home page, so it's a great way to keep your clients engaged as far as everything that's going on in terms of healthcare reform as well as in the HR world. And I'll talk about this in a second here, the ebook checklist and guides. And then this other template section is just a section for you if you want to develop your own emailers. Again, this is for folks that may not have a CRM system or some other method. You can actually develop your own starting from scratch. And again, you would want to have a pretty good sense of developing HTML emails, but it gives you the ability to do so right there. So if you have some products or services that you want to promote, for example, HR services, Gibson uses this tool to promote these services to their clients. Now for the ebook checklists and guides, that's another benefit of this admin tool. If you come up here to the support tools and you go to the ebook checklist and guides section, you'll see that there's a wealth of information. If you click on any of these sections, for example, healthcare reform guidance, you'll see that there's various tools in here that you can have customized, and you can share these with your clients. Some of them are very similar to what Proskauer offers. For example, Proskauer has a healthcare reform checklist, and so does HR 360. But I just want to show you the customization feature here that they have. So any of these that you're interested in, you simply click Customize. It'll walk you through adding in your logo. If you already have your logo saved, it'll have it right there. You can put your contact information if you like as well. And that's going to use that to create a PDF document that's customized for your firm. So you can quickly, if you wanted to send that right out, you can do so. You can download it and send it via your own personal email. But I'll just show you what it looks like here. Creates this document. You see it has their logo here, and then I believe on the last page it has their contact information as well. But these are great tools in addition to what Proskauer offers to keep your clients informed on what's going on. Let's see. All right. Also here in the support tools section, if you have any questions about the admin tool in general, and by the admin tool I'm referring to the tool that allows you to send emails and have some of these other features. Each week HR 360 does an admin training, so you can come in here, you can log into your account and sign up for this training. It's every Thursday at 2:30 Eastern Time. And it's usually a small group of folks that are on, so if you do have any questions, HR 360 is great about answering those as they go along. They also have a video here if you just want to watch a quick video overview of how the admin tool works. You can just view that as well. And then they have some other broker support tools here that you may want to use internally. So for example, some tools for prospecting, broker services template, things like that you can come in here and download as well. In addition to some marketing tools. Again, these are more to market HR 360 directly to clients. So we have a lot of these, the same wording in our marketing materials for the Client Resource Center as well, so you may want to consider that too. And then the last thing I wanted to show, actually, sorry, there was some reporting capabilities. Again, it's not going to compare if you have CRM or Constant Contact or those tools, but there are some reporting capabilities here after you do send out an email. you can check to see who received it, if there were any bounce backs, maybe you forgot to add the person's email address. That'll be noted in the report as well. Again, not super sophisticated reports, but something you may want to view after you do send an email if you use this tool. And also in the settings section here, again, if you just wanted to add your logo to these documents, you can quickly do so once. So you basically come here, you add in your logo. It's going to resize it to the proper format so it fits these documents and these emails, and then and save it. And once you do that, it's automatically going to load into these emailers, or if you develop one of those documents I showed you a minute ago, it's going to automatically add that logo in there. So it's a really great tool if you just want to quickly customize your document or email and send it out to clients. So those are the main tools that I want to show you through HR 360. So again, each potential partner firm has one admin account. So you may want to assign someone to to use that admin account, or you may have a group of people in your firm that do so. But if you do not have the login credentials for that, feel free to send me an email, and I'll make sure to get that over to you as soon as possible. And also, if you do want to notify any of the other folks within your firm about this tool, they can feel free to reach out to me, or they can view this recorded webinar we'll have posted. So I want to open up if we do have any questions. If not, no problem, but I would be happy to discuss individually if you have any questions as far as editing emails and things like that through the tool. But again, we just want to provide a reintroduction to this tool and some of the resources available through HR 360, as well as just a general overview of sharing content with this tool. So I'll hang on another minute if there are any questions. We do have a question here. To get to the HR 360 admin site, do we log in via Broker's Portal or directly with HR 360? So it's directly through HR 360. And I'm glad someone asked that, because one confusing part is if you are logged in to the Client Resource Center on another page, it's actually going to auto-log you into the HR 360, just the HR library part of it, basically the same part that you would get to from the Client Resource Center, so you won't have any of those admin tools. So you simply just want to make sure that you're logged out of the Client Resource Center at the time, and just go directly to hr360.com, and in the top right corner you'll see a section where it says login, and just enter your login credentials. All right. Well, thanks again, everyone, for your time. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll send you all my contact information in case you don't have that. And again, if you do have any content that you want to share through the portal, we definitely encourage you to send that over, and we'll get that posted to the content portal as soon as possible. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day.